This is Sigurd. He is an intercontinental wolfdog, which arises from the cross of an Arctic wolf and a European wolf. They are two subspecies of the same species, which have crossed us for millions of years. Hello, my name is Estebelis, and this is another chapter of The Wolves Whisperer Girl. For those who have been following the chapters for a while, you will know that I have not been recording for a long time. And for those who did not come following us, now I encourage you to see the previous ones, because they talked about other topics, different from the ones I am going to talk about now. Everything related to the wolves, with the animals that we have, and related to many questions that you are asking us. This is Sigurd. He is an intercontinental wolfdog, which arises from the cross of an Arctic wolf and a European wolf. They are two subspecies of the same species, which have crossed us for millions of years. All wolves are subspecies of the same species, that is, the Canis lupus species, and then we have a lot of subspecies. For example, the Arctic wolf is Canis lupus arctos, the Mackenzie wolf is Canis lupus occidentalis, and so we have a lot of subspecies. Then the same thing happens with dog breeds. They are all subspecies of the same species, that is, they are perfectly fertile. They are not hybrids. For example, it could be the crossing of a donkey with a mare, which is giving us a mule, that is indeed a hybrid. They are animals that arise from a cross that are not the same species. They give us a hybrid animal, that later that animal is not fertile like a wolf can be, which is fertile. A hybrid is not fertile, but what it does have is incredible health, that is, they are super healthy animals, super long-lived, that happens with a hybrid. But what about these animals? Although they are not hybrids, although they are two subspecies of the same species, they are equally long-lived and very healthy. Because they are not a breeding breed. What happens, for example, with breeding breeds? Breeds are animals that we humans have created by crossing two subspecies that are familiar to each other. Why? Well, because we wanted to get certain characteristics. For example, the border collie was created, which is an animal that is to control livestock. It is spectacular at that. A wolfdog couldn't do it, because he didn't specialize in it. So, to get a border collie, it was crossed between relatives to get an appearance that is more or less the same in all, that they are of the same colors, and a behavior, which is what we want to achieve. So, okay, the races have been created for that. But what has happened when creating the races? That a lot of diseases have started to emerge, a lot of genetic diseases. Today there are races, which are likely to have 10 genetic diseases. There are many. And then, the longevity we have today, for example giant races that live 6 years, 7 years. Breeds that live with pain that, at 10 months of age, are already diagnosed with such a disease or another disease. So, that has been emerging with the races. We don't have that problem with wolfdogs, because we have a very open crossbreed, for example here, the Arctic wolf and the European wolf. Millions of years of separation. It no longer has anything to do with each other. So we have what is called, in quotes, hybrid vigor. That is not because they are hybrids, it is called hybrid vigor because hybrids, as I explained before, are very healthy and long-lived. So these animals have that hybrid vigor that makes them very healthy and very long-lived. They live for many years, until they are 16 to 18 years old. They are an animal that will not have diseases, that will not suffer its life. Then there is another topic. Okay, now I'm talking about the Arctic wolf and the European wolf. Imagine that Arctic wolf crossed with a breed of dog, like a shepherd. As we already know, the German Shepherd has genetic diseases, but I am not going to list them, because surely many of you already know them. What happens if you cross a German Shepherd with an Arctic wolf, or with a European wolf? He is not going to transmit that to his descendants, because we are doing the same thing. We are crossing two animals that have not interbred for millions of years, and we have again the so-called hybrid vigor. So well, that's more or less the explanation of what an intercontinental wolf is. Where they come from, where their parents are from, and above all, what we really love about that hybrid vigor. We like that they are long-lived, healthy, beautiful animals, with a totally wolf aspect, and that they are by our side for many years, that they maintain that natural behavior of the wolf, which is attached to the family, affectionate, obedient. So okay, that would be the explanation for today's video. Thank you very much for following me as always. You can consult all the doubts you want. We will record new chapters. Say goodbye, Sigurd.